Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tom LaHue. We're going to be talking about the difference between dreams and daily action. Are you a dreamer like I am? I love to dream about what could be, and sometimes those dreams can be very inspiring and they can motivate you to realize a better future for yourself and start to move forward. But the problem is dreams are kind of easy. They live in the ethereal world. But what's really hard is taking action every day to move toward that dream. The dream is meant to inspire us, but we've got to decide every day that we're going to follow through on this dream, or the dream just remains a dream. We all love big dreams. Big dreams inspire us. The idea of achieving something great. It could be maybe some physical goal that you have for yourself to lose 50 pounds. It could be to improve the communication in your marriage and have a better marriage, or maybe to aspire to that next level at work, go through that management training that's being offered. But the reality is, when the rubber hits the road, is what you're going to do today. What difference are these dreams actually going to make in your daily routines and in your habits for today? Dreams are great. They give us hope. They lift our hearts. They paint a picture of how life could be better in the future, and they give us a vision to aspire to. But the reality is dreams may not change your life. Dreams alone, let's say it that way, may not change your life. Daily choices and action is what really changes your destiny and changes your future. Today, I want to challenge you to stop waiting for a big breakthrough moment. That big moment when the sky opens, lightning fills the air, and you hear a voice from heaven saying, "This is what you need to go do today." Stop waiting for that moment and start seeing the power of small, ordinary wins, small, ordinary days. Most of us underestimate what could be accomplished today if we faced it with some purposeful decision making action. Your future isn't just somewhere in the distance, your future is being built every day. So, the small choices that we make a big difference, and they start to add up. Big dreams are easy, daily choices are hard. Anyone can dream. It doesn't really cost you anything to dream. You could sit on your couch all day long and never really change. And that's one of the reasons I think we could get caught up in dreams, is that they don't really require a lot of us. Sometimes we'll even go further and announce our dream to the community as though that really makes it come about. We get up and we say, "All right, guys, I'm going to lose 50 pounds." And there's something in us that feels like, okay, well, I guess I'm kind of done. I announced my dream. Maybe we're trying to hold ourselves accountable, but often it doesn't really hold us accountable. Discipline, consistency, saying no to ourselves, that's just really the heart of discipline. Doing the right thing when you don't feel like it. Doing the right thing when there's an easier path. That's where life really changes, and that's when it gets really difficult. It gets difficult to follow through on walking every day, or going to the gym when we don't want to, or going out and improving our lawn, improving our landscape, or changing our diet habits and our eating habits. We kind of do that gallows laugh, like we're walking up to the gallows. Well, you got to die of something. Might as well be bread pudding and ice cream. And we pack on more and more weight that just slows us down. Life really changes when we start making little decisions in a more strategic way. The race is won one step at a time. You want to see yourself crossing the finish line, but you got to see yourself making the next, 5 meters or 5 yards at a time. Don't just focus on the dream, but start honoring the daily process. Fall in love with the process. Want to write a book? Then you got to start. You got to sit down and you got to write one page. And then when you get done with that page, you got to write the second page. It's great to have a dream, But the dream has to become a reality when you take action. And action can be difficult because maybe there's a lot of voices in your head that say, it's going to be hard, it's going to be challenging, you're not going to be able to accomplish it. Who do you think you are? I know. It can make you very anxious at times. You want to get healthy? Then decide to drink a glass of water instead of a glass of soda. It's a small choice. Decide to eat some vegetables rather than all that processed stuff in the cabinet. You want a better marriage? Then you got to say something encouraging today. You got to find out what your spouse's needs are and then focus on trying to meet some of those needs. Small discipline, daily action is what actually transforms our future. These small wins begin to stack up, whether you notice it or not. People start to see the compound effect of these small decisions, these daily choices in the right direction. You may not see the payoff immediately, you probably won't. And that's going to get discouraging if you really want to see that dream realized right now. You know, you want to go back to school, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some expenses. If you want something valuable, it's going to cost you. If you want something valuable, it's going to be hard. It's going to take discipline. And discipline isn't always what we want to do. You got to plant the right seeds if you want the right crop. You're planting something, and your bad habits stack up the same way good habits do. Skipping workouts, ignoring relationships, mindlessly scrolling on our phone all day, which can be just such a bad habit. And it just distracts us from other things we could be doing. You don't crash your life in a day. Well, most people don't. It's a series of negative influences and negative choices that move you far down a road that maybe sometimes you feel like you can't get back from. You crash your life one small choice at a time. You don't get there overnight. So ask yourself, what seeds are you planting in your life today? What are you working on? What is it that you've been putting off that needs to be addressed and needs to be done today? What future are you building for yourself based on your daily choices and your daily actions? Isn't it time to get out of debt? Isn't it time to lose some weight? Isn't it time to start to build a community of people around you that support you? Isn't it time to focus on some of those hobbies and interests? Isn't it time to get your business or your church or whatever it is to the next level? Isn't it time for you to not only dream for more, but begin to do more? You know, you got to win today's battles. We're so focused on tomorrow's battles that we don't really give everything we could to today's battles. Here's a mistake that a lot of people make is you're trying to fight tomorrow's battles today. You're trying to fight off things in the future that might cause anxiety, frustration, and pain. You're trying to protect yourself from those things, and you end up living in a perpetual state of anxiety, frustration, and pain, trying to protect yourself from tomorrow's losses. Will I really be able to stick to this diet for the next 6 months? What about today? Can we just focus on sticking to it today? Will I really be able to finish this degree? I mean, at the end, I'm supposed to write a thesis. What if I can't do that? What if I don't have what it takes? And so this anxiety, frustration, and pain about the future creates a perpetual state that you live in right now, and you can't just focus on what needs to be done today. Focus on the problems and the opportunities in front of you right now. So we worry about, how am I going to stay motivated next week? Am I going to be able to really follow through on that diet and stay disciplined? Stop it! You got to win the war today. You got to focus on what's right in front of you. Don't borrow from tomorrow. Dream for tomorrow, but we got to discipline ourselves for the battle right in front of us, the battle that we are in. You just got to win today's battles. You just got to get up one more time. You just got to dust yourself off and focus on today's choices, today's opportunities, and today's mindset. So the challenge is, can you shift your focus from, will I be able to succeed and reach this milestone in 6 months, to, how can I win today? How can I overcome the obstacles today? If you win today, then wake up tomorrow and win tomorrow. Believe that God's going to give you the energy and the determination tomorrow. All you got to do is focus on what's in front of you today. pretty soon you're going to look around and realize, I think I'm building something that's better. I think I'm building something incredible. And life is built brick by brick, day by day, opportunity by opportunity. Every decision is like a brick, and every action is like a brick. You're either building a house of excuses or you're building a house of excellence. You're either building a future you can be proud of, something that is worth something, has value, adding value to others, or your future could maybe cause your undoing. So lay down a brick today that your future self will say, great job, well done. The life you want doesn't just show up all at once. It's a series of difficult decisions where you sacrifice sometimes what you want to do for what needs to be done. It's created in quiet, unseen moments when no one's applauding and you're just sometimes feeling like you're going uphill. It's built by small acts of courage, faithfulness, dedication, discipline, integrity, and love. So here's my question for you today. What's one small decision that you could make right now that could improve your life, that could change your life? It might include exercise. It might include diet. It might include behaviors. It might be reading and deciding to become a reader. And, don't worry about finding the right book. Find a book and begin reading. Or it may be deciding to wake up and do devotions of some kind and open your Bible and pray and ask for help or reach out to other people for help. Maybe it's sending a text that is long overdue. Maybe it's deciding to drink water instead of soda and beer and all these other things. Maybe it's shutting off the TV and going for a walk. Maybe it's playing with your kids or being involved more in your family or picking up the phone and having that difficult conversation that you've been putting off. Pick something. Pick something, and what you'll see is sometimes one domino leads to another. You got to start somewhere. Don't overthink it about where's exactly the right place to start. Start somewhere. Start moving forward today. If this video encouraged you, then please like the video, share it with somebody, subscribe to the channel, check out these other videos that I think could help, and absolutely reach out to me. I'd love to work with you, and we can start clarifying your goals and start creating a plan to help you move forward. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. And as always, be present to life. I'll see you next time.